Hi, this video shows a few bugs I found and a few demons. Some of these levels are now physically impossible because of the 2.2 update. And to preface, I personally think the new physics is a good change. I also think the slope physics thing is a good change, but RobTop should really add a toggle that lets people set the game to old physics, or at the very least have every level default to old physics until the creator has updated it and manually set it to modern physics themselves. Sonic Wave has been buffed. This part is so much harder. Now you actually have to like straight fly through them, essentially. They no longer snap you into place like they did before. You now have to hold there. For this bit like kills you weirdly. You can kind of hold. Vermilion Ship and Bloodbath, this now actually pings you up, so you can no longer ride that slope, so instead you have to hold up in order to survive. This might be placebo, but these stairs feel a lot tighter. Black Blizzard is now impossible because this green orb doesn't clip you into the floor like it used to, meaning you don't get enough horizontal distance to clear that mini spike. This has also affected Sunset Sandstorm. Now that green orb at the top doesn't clip you into the ceiling, meaning you kind of don't go as far on the orbs. First chain doesn't really matter. It's still not too bad, but the second one it really matters because now orange orb timing, I don't even know if you can do it normally. The only way I've managed to get it is by incorporating a double click at the end. Like that. Unfortunately, this robot slope bug is no longer doable. But also, I don't think the intended route is doable either. Even if I like hold and skip to the end, like there's no way that I can get through. Like I can get to there. Even if I hit these two as soon as possible, I just don't reach. The only way I've been able to get any progress is by doing this, but that doesn't really help. So Sunset Sandstorm is impossible now. This also affects easier levels like Aleph 0, which I'm pretty sure is just not possible anymore. Because this slope doesn't fling you nearly high enough to even reach the yellow orb in time to jump. I'm holding this part. This is a buffer, and yet despite that, I'm still dying. Dear Nostalgists, this coin just doesn't appear anymore because you don't get launched nearly as high as you used to. You can still survive, and the robot jump still works. I think it's just because there's a slope before of it. Wait, hang on, I just got it there. What? Oh wait, you can still get the coin. You just have to time it really late. Good news is a lot of other FPS bugs that were in this level for any refresh rate higher than 60 have actually been patched. So Dear Nostalgists, other than the third coin, is actually a better level now and less buggy. Weirdly enough, these spikes in Forest Temple aren't clamping down as tight on me as they used to when I was playing this level in 240, which is why I've never actually genuinely beat Forest Temple, which is funny because it was one of my hardest. So this update fixed that problem. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger is not bugged, but you gain less height by holding on these than if you do by letting go. Which is very... So what, this is a micro click now? Yeah, they're both micro clicks now. In Sunburn, you used to be able to hold here and it would just get you up there. I used to play on 240 FPS as well, but now it doesn't work. Now you can't. But now it doesn't work. Actually, wait, what? Yeah. Wait, what? Hang on, something's weird going on here. Sometimes I go up and sometimes I go down. That's not particularly... I'm buffering. I'm just holding. Yeah, normally going up before you'll be fine, but sometimes you go down? Why is it random now? Is it because I'm playing on 120 FPS? Even though the physics should be 240? Why does it matter what FPS I'm playing at? Is it variable if you lag? What the hell? I don't know if this is a 2.2 bug, but that red nose thing on shock therapy is or Christmas hat or whatever it was kind of not really rotating correctly. So this part in shock therapy is still doable, but it feels so much tighter. And also you have a tendency to get through it, but then still die anyways, like this. So it feels like there's like one frame you get to click on. It doesn't feel very consistent. Oh no, I found one on Sedulous. This black orb doesn't really send you where you want to be going. Oh, okay, you can let go there, so it's still doable. It's not impossible, but you can't buffer that anymore. My personal opinion on how this should be fixed is if RobTop still has the ability to revert levels back to the old physics, then every 2.1 level should be set to old physics. So no more slope bug fixes, no more green orb head hitter fixes. I think the cube jump height is higher. I don't know if that's valid or not. You know, stuff like that. Just revert all the physics and make it so that it's variable again on your FPS like it used to back in 2.11. But set that by default, but don't allow players to access it. And the reason why I want that is because 2.2 has a fixed physics across all FPS ranges. It's all set to 240, whether you're playing on 120, 60, 144, 360, doesn't matter. You'll be getting 240 physics. That levels the playing field. I think that's a good thing. I also think it's a good thing that slope bugs are gone. Even though some levels, as we've seen, relied on it, I don't necessarily think they're a good thing. They're unintuitive, and I'm glad that they're patched, but simultaneously, they shouldn't be patched by default until the creator themselves has changed the setup. So my proposed solution is give every old level 2.1 physics, but then if the creator is able and willing to update it to 2.2, they should check a little box, they find any new physics bugs that they deal with, they patch them out manually themselves, and then they publish the update setting it to the new 2.2 physics, which should hopefully even it across all platforms, give mobile players an easier time playing ship game mode, for example, because now you're no longer playing with 60 FPS physics, you're now playing with 240 physics, even if you are playing on 60 FPS on your phone. So that should be pretty good. And gradually over time, creators will start to catch up and fix all their levels and bring everything up to the new standards. This does bring the standards down for a handful of levels at the top of the daemon list. And frankly, I don't give a shit. So yeah, set every level to old physics, add a toggle that allows creators to update to 2.2, but they have to make sure they catch all their bugs that are in the level, and prevent new levels from being given the new 2.1 feature. And the reason why I don't want people to just keep rolling with 2.1 physics is because 2.2 physics levels the playing field. That's why I think it should be not a toggle that players can set or creators can set. It should be 2.2 physics by default for every new level from now on. And only old levels get given the old physics. And once they updated, it's gone. I don't know how destructive that would be for the game, but I do think a good compromise, and something that should happen anyways, is there should always be a warning on any level using the old physics, informing the player that the FPS they set in their FPS settings in the settings menu may impact the gameplay, even making it impossible. For example, left 0 being impossible on certain FPSs, like I think 240, or was it 360? I can't remember, because of 8%'s pink orb being literally impossible. I am concerned about the weird little cases of RNG I spotted. Only definitive with that sunburn example, but I really hope that we don't have RNG in the game now, because that would really ruin things. There was already a little bit of RNG, but only in really rare specific cases, and that sunburn example was something that never happened before, so hopefully that doesn't become a problem with a lot of levels.